Hey YouTube, this is Stardust Southern, and I finally got a card in, so I probably mentioned this in my structure deck, Rainbow Bridge. If you haven't, go check it out. Definitely go check it out. Probably put like a little thing somewhere on there. But yes, I finally got the card in. I ordered. I only need one more card. And yes, we're going to finally do an update to my Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon deck profile. So, super excited because my card finally came in. I only needed one copy of it, so I wanted to wait until that card came in to actually go do this deck profile for you guys. But yes, it's finally here, so I can finally do it. And also, I haven't done an Odd Eyes deck profile in a very long time. If you guys will search further in my history, my early videos, there was actually, I did do an Odd Eyes deck, but ever since then I haven't updated it since, and now there's a bunch of newer cards, some things came out and stuff, so I added some new cards to it. I changed it up a little bit, and now it's much better, and it's a lot of fun to actually use, so I want to share it with you guys. So probably enough of me talking, and let's go straight into the deck profile. But yes, I'm super excited. I gave this updated, new cards are into it. Of course, new sleeves and everything. So it's completely brand new. But yes, I wanted to update this because it is, the previous version was kind of like outdated since now there's new stuff. Well, some new stuff, and also I did some changes. But anyways, into it. So first off, our first card you're gonna play 3 of is 3 Supreme King Dark Room. If you're a Pendulum player, you definitely know what this card does because you can use it with any deck. Of course, with this, it's good because it's a dragon type. Knowing that, it can actually help you do your link plays because if it's sent to the graveyard, because we do have cards in here that do send it to graveyard, you can special summon it on the battlefield, and then lets you add a Supreme King Gate card to your hand, so you usually get 0, so then you have a scale 0, so then if you have a higher scale, you can pendulum summon monsters. But yes, this card's absolutely amazing. Know that you can also, it's a level 4, so you can actually go into rank 4s, or if you have tuner, like a level 4 tuner like Harmonizing, you can go to Synchro. Sadly, we don't have Harmonizing, but we just use it for our link plays, and we can still use it for our Exceed plays, since it is a great card. Wish I had the secret rare copies, but I do not, sadly. I need to work on getting them. Next up, we have 3 Performance Pal Scarlet Joker. This card is like universally the best Stratos for any Pendulum deck. Well, mostly for Magician or Odd Eyes or Performance Pals. That's basically what it's for. Pretty much you normal summon it, and then you can add Odd Eyes, Magician, or any card to your hand. So since it's an Odd Eyes deck, you can add your Odd Eyes. Let's say you don't have your proper scales, you can add your Odd Eyes card so you can do your proper scale. Know that it's also level 4, so you can use it for your rank 4 plays, and if you don't have a proper scale, you can use it as a scale 8, but mainly you just use it to normal summon to search any card you have. Knowing that, this is probably the most likely card to get Ash Blossom, because on Master Duel, it's pretty much that. Next up, we have Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. This is your primary scale 1, so this is a card you want to have your scale, with your other scale 8 or like high scale thing. But mainly, and also you can pendulum summon this out and use it for link material, but mainly you just use this as your primary low scale, pretty much. Next up, we play 3 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This card's a really good card because it's a Pendulum Effect, and it's your main level 8 scale. But its Pendulum Effect is that whenever Odd Eyes monster is destroyed, it lets you... Wait, hold up, let me read the actual thing. But yeah, if an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special one Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it pretty much just lets you special out any type of Odd Eyes out. So it pretty much lets you replace the card that just lost, so then you can get another thing so you can do into bigger plays. But yes, extremely good card, and it's a good 27,000 attack, so if you have to use it on defensive, it's not that. Then we play, of course, the main star. We play 2 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. The beautiful, sadly it's not a Starlight rare, but the beautiful Platinum Seeker rare. Of course, you guys know this card. This is your main card. Pretty much when you attack a monster that's a below level 5, you do double damage. Know that. It was the very first card that actually lets you search pendulum cards back when pendulums first came out. So if you put in your scale, at the end of your turn you can pop it and then you can add a pendulum card. But mainly we use it since it's a level 7, because we do have law 7s. We can go into rank 7s. And also we do have a tuner, so we can actually go into synchro 8s too with it. Or if not, we can just link it off and go into a link monster. But it's the kind of the main show, but not the popular one. Okay, we got Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon, 2 of these. Now this is fun because it does damage whenever Odd Eyes monster, let me read its effect again. When this pendulum summon a card affects battle attention your opponent by attacking, you can inflict damage equal to the number of odd ice cards in your pendulum zones, 12,000. So pretty much you can do like effect damage whenever you attack with it or some sort. So it's a really good card, and it's a 7, so you can actually use it with your ring plays. Then we got our Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon. Of course, this is our high skill, some 12, because it's the highest skill. No, that actually has ability we can actually, I think you can bring back. Let's see. Cannot be pendulum summon except this effect cannot be negated. You can target one dragon fusion, synchro, exceed monster, grave, destroy the card, and do special summon. So this card pretty much is like a monster reborn for your fusion, your synchro dragon cards that we do play. So you can bring them back, but most of the time you're just gonna use it for its skill of 12. But you can probably use it. Next up, since we do play other fusion types, we have Performable Odd Eyes Dissolver. So this is a perfect skill too, but its pendulum effect is where it actually lets you fusion summon. It's like a polymerization pretty much. So it lets you fusion summon to your Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. So, you know, you can do that. Of course, like I said, we play Dark Room, so you do have to play one Gate 0. So this is you can put in your skill, or if not, you can actually use this as a bait for a Lord of Darkness, so it lets you draw 2 cards. But yes, good card if you need to use it. We play Performacell Celestial Magician. Of course, when this card's pendulum summon, you can actually search. And also, if you have an Exceed monster, it gains attack. If you have a Synchro, it loses. But yeah, it does a bunch of whole stuff. And all of that, you can also use it as your skill 8 if you need to. Next up, we of course play Astrograph Sorcerer because this is like one of the best pendulum cards. So whenever your pendulum card is destroyed, you can special summon it. You can add the card that was destroyed to your hand. Plus, this is a 25 beast stick and it's level 7, so you can use it for your rank 7s. And then of course the card that just came in today, I'm super happy, is one Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. So you only play one ritual. But of course, you're not going to ritual summon it because you can still pendulum summon it. Know that you can actually negate every time not negate, but every time your opponent activates a spell card, they take 300 effect damage. Know that I think you can actually add a spell card to it. But yes, this is the one card I was waiting for. It finally came in today, so that's how you guys are getting this deck profile. Plus, it looks super awesome, and I'm super happy that I have it because it's a cheap card. Alright, then we play our non-pendulum cards. We play 2 Tuning Magician because we have a bunch of level 7s, and this is a level 1 tuner, so equals level 8, so then we can go into our level 8 synchros. It's sad, though. You can no longer do Seth Luck with this because Electromate got banned, sadly. And then next up, we got Spiral Flame Strike. This is one of the best cards ever because if you can control an Odd Eyes monster, you can destroy a card. If not, you can actually search an Odd Eyes monster, so this is pretty much your searcher. And if you already control Odd Eyes, you can use it to get rid of a threat on the battlefield. Next up, we play 2 Sky Irises. So this card's good because it protects your pendulum scales from being popped. Know that this works well with Arc Dragon because you can actually pop an Odd Eyes card to add a Odd Eyes monster or add a card. It's pretty much a searcher, and it protects your scales, and it works well with Arc Dragon because Arc Dragon, whenever a card's destroyed, you can actually special summon an Odd Eyes monster. Next up, of course, we play 2 Dragon Shrine. This card pretty much helps us send Supreme King, Dark Worm to the graveyard, so then we can bring it back up, and then we can get our combo going, pretty much. Then we play 2 Lure, because we do play a lot of dark monsters, so like I said, this is perfectly used with Gate 0, because you can use it, but if you already have your skills, you can just ditch it to just draw 2 more cards. Good draw power card, definitely if you're playing all darks. We play 2 Pod Zyrus because we do play multiple copies, and Pod Zyrus is always a good card to draw. Unless you draw a Pod Zyrus with a Pod Zyrus. Now that doesn't feel good. Next up, we play 2 Duelist Alliance. This lets us search any of our Pendulum cards. So it can search our, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Anything that has Pendulum in the name, pretty much we can add it to your hand. Super good card for consistency. And then we play 2 Odd Eyes Fusion, so we not only have that monster to fuse, but we have our Odd Eyes Fusion cards to go into our Vortex Dragon. Super cool card. Also allows us to use our cards from our extra deck. Terraforming to search our Sky Iris. And then we have Regeki, of course. Good card for our breaking board. And then we have Harpy's Feather Duster, because back row, pretty much. Alright, now for the extra deck. I have it right here. We play, of course, 2 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. This is a really good card because if you have pendant monsters in your extra deck, you can actually, once per turn, you can send it back to your deck, and then you can negate a card effect. So we play 2 of them. One of the best Odd Eyes cards. Next up, we play 2 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. So what this card does is that when this card's destroyed, you can actually special summon any Odd Eyes monster, so pretty much you can just cheat out Vortex without fusion summoning it, or any other Odd Eyes monster you have. So pretty much you can use Sky Iris, pop this, get a search, and then you can just special summon Vortex onto the battlefield. And of course, we are going to play number 11 Big Eye, because Big Eye was such a terrifying card during the Dragon Ruler format, but it's still nice to take your opponent's card away from them, so that's why we play it. It's a pretty good level 7. Then we play Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This card's good because every time your opponent activates a card effect, they just get burned for it. So it just burns them, plus it looks so freaking awesome, because it's Red Eyes. Then, since we do have level 4s, we play Supreme King Dragon Dark Rebellion. I really wish, probably you guys seen me in a lot of my videos, I really wish Konami made this. It's only a common and rare, but I really wish they had an ultra rare or super or secret. But this card's freaking awesome. This is like the Axis code version for pendulums. Since we do have level 4s, we can make it. Pretty much what it does is it makes your opponent's monster turn to 0, and then they gain all the attack, and then you just punch them over. Or if they attack you, you can do the same thing. So it's super fun card. Really wish I had a holo printing. Then we play Time Thief Redoer. Of course, since playing the XYZ event a long time ago on Master Duel, this has taught me this is a pretty good card because you take your opponent's card, know that you can bounce it, come back, so you can dodge stuff like your opponent activates like Zeus. You can do it before you waste the thing, and you can get it back. And of course, it's always good taking your opponent's monsters, or taking their cards from on top of the deck before they can actually use it. So I love this card. And then we play one Blitzthrower, because the Blitzthrower is always a good card for stopping pesky cards from activating the graveyard, like how Tier Elements, they have cards that activate the graveyard. This is also good against Phantom Knights. Any deck that relies on their graveyard to do stuff, this is a good card to stop it, and since we can go level 4s, why not put it in? Next, we play, since we do have Synchros, Supreme King Dragon Clearing. Another card I wish was a super. It's only a rare stuff. Sadly, I think my rare is in my other decks. This card's super awesome because when it's Synchro Summon, I said Pendulum, when it's Synchro Summon, it destroys all monsters on the field, and if a monster that's level 5 or higher attacks it, it can automatically destroy it. This card has won me so many games on Master Duel. This card's a freaking clear board, so like if you have enough to attack, you can end it right there and then. So this card is like a good way to clear off the board so you can end it. And then we play Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, because this card's just good. So let's say your opponent has like 800 life points left, but you don't have a way to get through it. Well, you just Pendulum summon him, and then activate his effect, blow up everything, and then you just do 15,000 and they're donezo. And it's 3,000 attack points. Super good card. Gotta love Jack Atlas. Now we're into our links. We have Bulbasaur Dragon, because, we can Pendulum summon a buttload of monsters, so why not? He's a good ender, too. He's the cheap version of Axis Code Talker. And since we have a bunch of level 7s, we play Buckluster Soldier of Chaos, because this guy becomes indestructible, gets a lot of effects. Definitely if you use level 7s, that all our monsters are pretty much level 7s. So he becomes quite a big threat. And then, of course, we activate Beyond Pendulum. This is pretty much our substitute Electromite, but it's still a good card because it lets you add a pendulum. So if you need a certain pendulum to do a certain thing, she can let you search, but you gotta be super careful because she negates everything when she activates the ability. So you gotta make sure you're ready for that pendulum summon, because once you do that pendulum summon, you can activate all your effects. And next up, we have our final card is Heroic Shields, because this card is busted in Dragon Links, and we're pretty much playing dragons too. So this thing can pretty much bounce a thing, and you can only do it with dragons. And since our whole deck is all dragons, why not? And I think you can add a level 4 dragon too that we do have. That's Dark Worm. So really good. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Of course, I'm going to be working on more decks later on, like Ademians and stuff like that. And then hopefully I can finish off my hero deck by getting DP so I can show you guys. But yes, please subscribe if you want to see all that stuff. I am trying to reach my goal of 250. That's my one. I might do something special. So if you guys can subscribe, I would definitely appreciate that. Know that, like this video, definitely if you liked it or not. And don't forget to click the bell icon so whenever I upload, and also I do live streams too on Master Duel. Whenever those happens, you'll be notified straight away. So make sure you click sub, the like, and the bell icon. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.